Hi, it's Up1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on Xbox. Now we are in the Dark Marauders Pirates. First and foremost, we're pirates. We also do power play for Archon Delane, because he's the Pirate King and we're pirates. So this puts us at odds with several groups, including the Imperials, and our favourite victims are the Blue Hairs. As I've often said, killing simps is my favourite thing to do when it comes to killing people. Here I am having a semi-consensual 1v1 fight with Dory. I say semi-consensual because he attacked my pirate ship to try and kill me, and I just killed him first. But that's PvP. That's what happens. You know, it stayed 1v1, it was a good fun fight, and I was pirating in souls, so that's fair game for anyone to come and attack me. I know it bothers me, I quite enjoy the PvP. I prefer the piracy, but I quite enjoy the PvP. And we'd set up a blockade in Seoul, and we were looking to pirate people, but equally we were doing what other thing we do, which is kill Blue Hairs. Kill any Imperial commanders in Seoul. Now we do this for several reasons. One is we have a deal with FedEx, the federal guys, that we can pirate in Seoul, free from them attacking us, and they don't mind us pirating there because it has no effect on their BGS or power play because Seoul's a locked system, if we kill imps that we see for them. Now obviously if the imp is in a trade ship, we're probably going to pirate them, but if the imp is in anything else, anything combat worthy, they usually get the message. Now if we send stop for scan, we're going to pirate you. If we send die imp die, we're generally going to kill you. That's pretty much how you can tell the difference. Also it's fairly obvious once the shooting starts. Now I was in Seoul and we were rarely, well, for a rare occurrence these days, we had a full wing of Dark Marauders in Seoul, having fun, chilling out, trying to pirate people. Unfortunately for us, not many people turned up to pirate, so Dark Owl, Meta Orange and Scooby were with me for some absolute and utter imp bashing kills. After some no scans free to go, we managed to just get hold of some imps. Now some imps were able to build ships that, you know, just were able to get away and were hard to kill, so fair play to them. If you are in open, it's always best to have a ship that you can defend yourself in, and I would encourage you to build your ship properly, you know, so you don't die. And it's not like we're going to hardcore pursue people system to system, hunting them down, making their lives a misery. We're pretty much in Seoul, you know. If you roleplay with us, you're probably not going to worry too much. But pursuit by pirates is something that's going to happen in and around Seoul, and you know, we were very happy to see this person, a fully fledged member of IED, pledged to the imps in Seoul. Now this is a gift horse. The Dark Marauders will not turn up very often. I mean, this was a rare occurrence back in the day, but yeah, a gift wrapped IED member was definitely going to be in trouble, and because of what Al's in, he's also got no hope of survival either. I actually got a little bit left behind in this one because I am in my slow as hell shieldless dropship, which you know, it's a fun silent running build, but it's not exactly the most powerful ship out there, whereas Al had no problems. You know, I can see the amount of missiles that are looping around me now. It's Packhound Mania out there, and yeah, it definitely is launching into Packhound Mania. But the guy did manage to get away once from us, but unfortunately for him, we were definitely in hot pursuit, looking to have fun and enjoy ourselves, killing IED members, and I went straight back up into Super Cruise, dragged him back down again, and yeah, like I say, I let Al do most of the killing in this one, but it was I will switch to his view in a minute because you'll see once the guy's drive's gone, I left Al to pursue the spinning out of control body. I accidentally launched a hatch breaker then because I'd already scanned him and he had no cargo, but yeah, as you can see, his drives are not going to last very long. Also, I've corroded him, which is hilarious because I love using the enzyme missile. But yeah, switch over to Dark Out now as he puts the poor guy out of his misery as the guy's drifting away, trying to reboot and repair, I feel. But there's not a lot you can do at this point. And yeah. Now, if you don't know the history, Dark Marauders and IED have been KOS for each other for nigh on 5 years, so you'd think IED members would know to avoid us, and everyone knows we pirate in Soul, so I was a bit surprised to see a shieldless cutter gift horse, but I'm certainly not going to turn it down. The commander in question seemed to be quite upset about what happened, and seemed to make out that he's going to come and get revenge. At some point, maybe. But yeah. He definitely seemed upset.
Wankers! Fucking embarrassing. Waste of our time! Fucking waste of our time!
And it wasn't long before another imp turned up in Seoul, and Meta Orange and Scooby set about that guy very intently. Meta Orange was slightly disappointed that Scooby seemed to be getting the credit for this kill, considering he'd done quite a bit of the work on his own in his fixed beam Lance, which it's Meta's Lance, so it is a Meta Lance. But yeah, he uses the fixed beam version of similar to my gimbaled version. I do have fixed beams for mine. I just don't use them that often because 30% extra time on target. I think I get more than 30% extra time on target with the gimbals, so the 30% extra damage wouldn't do me that good. Though it is a really good ship for stripping the shields off a big ship, it's got to be said. The Beam de Lance is a wonderful fun ship to fly, and yeah, if you're good enough with the fixed beams, they are actually really potent, especially when you get that heat up a little bit. But here's Meta being quite delicate with his Beam de Lance, and using the distro jaw to build the heat up slowly. It's a good old ship. It's got to be said, and as you can see, it's melting the shields quite nicely off this imp. In fact, I was slightly upset with how efficiently they killed this guy because I didn't quite make it into the instance quick enough myself. I was on my way over here when the guy died, but you know, yeah, each their own. Scooby is in here. Unfortunately, he wasn't in wing at the time because they had this connect, but then there he is in his green squadron colours, flying into that shot there in his phasing vet, and yeah, ultimately, you know, we meet imps in Seoul and kill them on a regular basis. If I'm in Seoul pirating, you know, imps are on the menu for killing. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's been for many a year. There seemed to be some confusion about this because there were some accusations that, you know, or some people felt some of the kills were unjustified, but this is very much something we've been doing for a long time as Archon Delane supporters, in honour of our allied nature with the Federal Command of Power Players. Some people may get upset about this, and we are welcome to meet those people in Seoul anytime they want, and our customer service line is always open. Now, this gentleman came through and evaded being attacked. Me and him were 1v1ing, but there was tons of police involved, so Scooby dropped in. He didn't want to fight us or let us gank him, and he had a ship fast enough to evade, so I offered him a 1v1, and we honourably 1v1'd it. I do actually, at some point, quite early in the fight, I was confident. The longer the fight went on, I was less confident. And you'll see why. I mean, I've cut this together. I haven't shown the whole fight because it was absolutely ludicrous. It was like 20 odd minutes long. It was longer than that. It was literally the longest PvP fight I've had that I can remember. I'll have to check the clock actually when I see the video full size, because in the preview version I can't read it. But I was really super confident. I've got 8 banks on this, 2 sets, and you know, and the Baiwu shields, and his shields were bouncing up and down pretty quickly, but he was like unable to keep his shields, and I was doing a lot of damage. But that constant pulse that he had going was super annoying, and yeah, I was pretty confident. When I got his hull down low, I offered him a GG thinking he would stop, and he seemed to want to continue, so we just continued fighting. And it was at that point, when my shields went down, I realised that, yeah, he was still quite confident of winning, even though he had very, very low hull. You see here, I'm like, it's an honourable fight. I'm just going to see if he wants to GG and leave it there. So I put the message out, but he very much wants to continue. And unfortunately, the transmission saying GG to him failed, so I had to put it out again. And by this time, I haven't shot for a while and my shields are about to go down. The reason he's still quite confident is he's got that buy with the bounces up so quick. And as soon as my shields went down, he starts ripping my hull apart. So it's an interesting build. He had the scramble spectrum lasers, stuff like that, which really caused me bother. You know, obviously hadn't done until I lose my shields, but as soon as I leave my shields, it became a bit of a nightmare. And you'll see, literally, I end up having to run away a bit to get my shields back to actually come back around and win this fight. Yeah, the luck of the fact that my Phantom's slightly faster than him was pretty much all that saved me in this one, because once my shield dropped, this became a very, very different fight. And yeah, you know, my shields kept recharging enough, and then I'd lose the recharge because I'd have a failure of a system. So like I say, it was very, very difficult to get my shields back. It was very difficult, and as you can see there, the fight became a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be an easy victory, but it went on and on and on, and the longer it went on, the more it was his fight. But it was a fun fight, and it was another imp in Seoul dealt with by the Dark Marauders. And like I say, if anyone's got any complaints about what happens in Seoul or what happens to them when the Dark Marauders get involved, feel free to contact our customer service department. They will be very happy to you know, listen to your woes and give you advice on that. As you can say, I enjoy PvP, I enjoy piracy. I'm quite happy to engage in both. It is such a fun game, and ultimately dying is not that much of a big thing, so I don't know why people make big things about it. It's only a rebuy. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you come by Seoul or meet us in when we're doing piracy, always try to remember,
everything's better.